what we have here is Looking for Giants made us a community ROM hack for Friday the 13th. So it's got people in the Friday the 13th community. Yes, we actually do have a community built around this game. It's got PGH Guitar Guy, me, Bedwa Blackburn, Cheeseball81, Popcorn Cannon, and Looking for Giants. So we are all playable characters in this. We've taken the place of the various counselors. Now the nice thing about this is every counselor can run fast, they have good jump, so no one's stuck with like being, say, George. Everyone's got good skills, everyone can play as themselves without having to worry. Anyone that has the community hack can pick their favorite person and go nuts. But here, I'm gonna pick Giants because she is in the best cabin here. And there's something a little special about this version of the hack that we will be seeing eventually. And I know what's coming. I made the sprite, but it's just so incredibly cursed that I'm very curious to see what it looks like here. It's not Jason anymore, it's Giant Laura. And the name, we haven't figured out how to get the name piece changed yet, so it still says Jason, not Laura. But instead of fighting Jason, now we have giant noodles. Just looking at the sprite sheet for that, it is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. It's just so wrong, but at the same time, it's so right. Because now we're getting rid of the true evil in Crystal Lake here. Because Jason really, he just misunderstood. Jason didn't do anything wrong. But Laura, she ruins all of the any% runs. Oh, beans. I forgot to turn... Okay, well, we'll just... well, no, that's fine. I forgot that it doesn't really matter if I accidentally did a save state there. I forgot to turn off the button combination to disable save states, but it's not like this is a like challenge run or anything. This is just to show what the new version of the community hack does. So I'm not worried about the fact that I just accidentally hit save. Look how fast they go too. This is maximum warp. See, now Laura is going after PGH. And look, she's got a machete. She's using that to cut her noodles. It's just so wrong. So now we'll wait here. I forget it takes longer because it's so... Now look at that. Is that not one of the most disgusting things you've ever seen in your life? But yeah, eventually it'll say Laura there, all the Jason text will be replaced with Laura, but... Just seeing this actually happen, this is something we've, like, joked about for so long. And thankfully, Looking for Giants had the knowledge, and she was willing to take the time to not only make us this community hack, but to put this in there. Because pretty much everyone in the Friday the 13th... Lorelai, oh geez, she was on the reset button. That was close. Everyone in the Friday the 13th speedrun community kind of shares that opinion on Laura. Don't do it, Lorelai. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, it's terrifying. Just seeing that many of them at once, too. when, like, if you're looking at the sprite sheet, it's just, it's so rough. Yep. So I had to try to rejudge the timing there. Come on. And the hard part with doing this too is you're limited with the number of colors you can use on a sprite. Like that, if you notice, like the counselors only use a certain number of colors and Jason only had a certain number of colors. That's because the game doesn't have enough space, or I don't know, maybe it's not a memory issue, I assume it is, but you couldn't add other counselors in or other colors in. So you're very limited with the color palette and the number of colors you actually get to use. So it's like, if you see each of the counselors, like if you look at my sprite versus my avatar, it doesn't have the glasses because there wasn't an extra color to add the glasses in. I do like the colors make it a lot easier to do things like this, though. Like, if this was Super Nintendo, I would have had, like, we would have had to try to make Laura shaded and everything, too, and the shading is a lot harder than just having straight colors. Hey, there's me! Come on, Laura. Right now we're just cooking the noodles, it's all good. For anyone wondering why we call Laura Noodles, she's got a terrible throwing arm. Like, her throwing arm is the same as Mark's. So it's just really bad, it's got no range, it's slow. And that's the reason why... I didn't even catch that the first time. But yes, why we don't like Laura. What cabin did he die in? I have no idea where he is right now. Seeing that just completely made me lose my train of thought on what he's doing. I think he was going this way. Maybe. But with Laura, in any percent, you want, in this cabin, you want this to be Paul, because there's 256 RNG seeds. The any percent seed will repeat twice, so you have a 1 in, oh geez, 128 chance of getting that seed. So if you reset the game, out of every 128 times you reset, you'll get that seed that you need, where it's got Mark in the top left cabin of the lake loop, Paul here, and Chrissy on the next cabin over. The next small cabin right here. Now, sometimes you'll get one, and you have to have a buzzer right at the start, where Jason is attacking Paul right here in this cabin. So there's a lot of things that have to line up well to get any percent to work, to get a chance at any percent. So you get that, you're going through, you think you've got the right seed. You're going through, usually have a blazing time, you get the torch in under a minute, you're looking at a personal best, and then you go into Paul's cabin and Laura's standing there. Now with Laura there, you still can complete your run. But her throwing arm is so much worse than Chrissy's, where you're losing like 3 to 4 seconds just to her having a worse throwing arm. And on a run that can be done, and the world record for any percent is I think 248. So a run that can be done in like 3 minutes, that's a pretty significant time loss. Like losing 4 seconds just because Laura's showing up there. So we all just kind of made jokes about how much we hated Laura because of that. And then it became this meme within the Friday the 13th community about not liking Laura, and that's where, like, the misadventures of Laura came from. And that's how this came to be. So that's kind of a little backstory on how we all banded together in dislike of Laura. It's really nothing again. Like, overall, she moves, she runs fast, she can't jump, she's got a terrible throwing arm. But she's still more useful than, like, someone like George. Who else is around here? I don't want to kill giants. Well, I'm the closest, so I'll pass this to me. I think, was someone else there? No, I was definitely the closest. No, geez, so I could have just went that way. Alright, so let's finish this off. Lorelai, it's really difficult to do this when you're sitting there blocking. Oh, no, don't do it! Okay. Alright, now we gotta get back in rhythm here, because I'm gonna kill myself! She was walking across the, she almost walked across the reset button again. Okay, you can... Oh, that was really close. Okay, Laura, you can go away anytime now. Whew. I was worried that was going to be a fight to the death. Okay, so we're gonna let Bedwa take over here. Hey Tim, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Yeah, I know it's possible. Like, the Halloween ROM hack says that lets you change the name too, so we know it's possible. It's just we haven't figured out exactly where to change that yet. Tim, this is the Friday the 13th Community ROM hack. It takes, we've got 6 people from the Friday the 13th speedrun community. Well, Friday the 13th community, not necessarily speedrun community, and they've been placed into the game, which is awesome. We've got PGH Guitar Guy, me, Bedwa Blackburn, who I'll be controlling here because Lorelai almost got me killed, the Cheeseball 81, Popcorn Cannon, and the creator of the hack, Looking for Giants. And I'm not sure if you saw the abomination that we were just fighting, but it has been changed to have Laura, Jason has been replaced with Laura, because she is the true evil in Crystal Lake. And eventually this is like you have finally managed to defeat Laura. All that kind of good stuff. But, oh god, that is just so cursed. Look at that.